over public safety to getting people to return to working in entertainment downtown post-pandemic. Joining me now is Jonathan Weinhagen, President and CEO of the Minneapolis Regional Chamber. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday.
Sure thing. Good morning, Leah.
Good morning. The Chamber recently initiated this reward money that we've reported about that's currently being offered to help find whoever is responsible for those 3 children recently shot in Minneapolis. This is heartbreaking on so many levels. 2 of those 3 kids have now died. Talk about your role in this $30,000 reward being offered and the goals behind it.
That's right, Leah. We experienced the unthinkable with the shootings of Davion, Trinity, and Anaya in North Minneapolis. As you mentioned, 2 of them tragically have passed. Davion still fighting for his life. As a business community, we rallied together and thought it was important for these kids and for their families to know that we want to do everything we can to bring whoever is responsible to justice. So we created a $30,000 reward fund in partnership with Crime Stoppers that will hopefully lead to some anonymous tips that bring the perpetrators to justice.
Yeah, and that is the hope. And from this and other gun violence across the city, there's so many challenges. There's so many ripple effects. One of them, the St. Paul Orchestra announced going into this weekend, canceling its shows at the Capri Theater in North Minneapolis. Your thoughts on that? And are you fearful of an additional ripple effect like this? More organizations or other events pulling out of Minneapolis?
We have long known that public safety is just a critical part of our economy generally, and I think as we come back from the pandemic, as people emerge from their homes and back into doing all of the things we used to do, that public safety is even more critical. And what we've seen is a tragic uptick, not just in the Minneapolis-St. Paul market, but across the country in gun violence. I certainly think it's going to continue to have an impact, and we need to do everything we can to tame that gun violence, to make sure that people not only feel safe, but are safe in our city.
Switching gears a little bit more focused on downtown, even before some of this and before we saw those 10 people shot during bar closing time last weekend, people are saying that they don't feel safe returning to downtown right now. Talk about what is being done in addition or in conjunction with police efforts to keep people safe and feeling safe.
There's a lot of work underway, and there has been, as we've prepared for a return to the office, for return to sports, bringing 10,000 people back to Target Field. So ongoing partnership with law enforcement, the Downtown Improvement District and their ambassador program and other safety innovations have been really kind of a steadfast, presence in downtown for the last decade, certainly re-ramping up those efforts and doing a lot of the same things that we've done to prepare downtown as we emerge into summer, where we typically do see a bit of an uptick in crime. I would tell you, Leah, the other thing that is really critical is getting people back. Right now, daytime office occupancy is limited, and just that energy of people being in and around downtown is going to have a big role in improving the way that we all feel.
Yeah, what are the latest numbers as far as those workforce numbers being limited, as you said? We've heard that, after Memorial Day, after 4th of July, Labor Day especially, we'll start to see more. But what's the workforce downtown right now compared to pre-pandemic?
Yeah, that's right. We're going to see, return to the office in waves, and you hit on those 3 moments that we're looking towards. The first one coming up on Tuesday after this Memorial Day weekend. We're sitting somewhere around 25% daytime office occupancy. We did see an uptick in recent weeks as the governor migrated his executive order from must work from home to may work from home. So companies have started to put into place their guidelines and welcome people back into their office spaces.
Are more employees waiting to bring people back to the office because of the pandemic or because of worries about violence, or is it both?
We're hearing both. In recent weeks, I would tell you we are hearing a little bit more on the public safety side versus the pandemic side, in part because more people are getting vaccinated, case counts are going down. So I'm not going to suggest that we're through the pandemic, but certainly seeing light at the end of the tunnel. And public safety is a really prominent piece of the discussion that we're having right now.
All right, and we'll continue to have that conversation, I'm sure, as the summer goes along. Jonathan Weinhagen, President and CEO of the Minneapolis Regional Chamber. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Alex.